New to the Street does welcome today Chris Cleverly, the CEO of KamPay, who will talk about the company's ecosystem, its token, how it's growing, and how it's changing Africa's economy for the good. So, Chris, welcome. Great to have you here. I loved reading about the company and all the potential that blockchain and tokenization has. So just give us an update on what KamPay is doing.
Well, it's exciting to be here. So, it's great to be able to get the voiceover from Africa and bring it out to the globe. And it's great that you're taking interest in what's happening on the ground out there. Our purpose with KamPay has always been about creating a ground-up solution. So often you get people creating these cryptocurrencies and then bringing them out as technologies and hoping that people adopt it. We've very much gone from an adoption story into a mass adoption story. So at the moment we're in a beta process, but beta to us really means we've got our product out being tested and used by tens of thousands of people, mainly in Zimbabwe at the moment. We're ready to start our launch out in Cameroon and get the product out there as well. And we're working with teams on the ground who are constantly testing it and getting our technology being used. It's quite easy for us because there's a need. So it's not like we're creating technology in a laboratory and we hope that at some point, someone's going to discover us and we're going to find it. And, while that's happening, our tokens are going through the roof. Our tokens have a need, they create liquidity for real people in real situations. Mm-hmm.
Well, and explain how it works. Is this a peer-to-peer payment system, or what? How does it work exactly?
So look, it's essentially a payment system.
Okay.
It's for countries that lack strong currency and require liquidity and have difficult interest rates. So a lot of what we do is we try to disintermediate interest rates so that, a farmer in Zimbabwe, his interest rate can be as high as 10% a month. Which means that he can't grow anything, and so therefore he has a subsistence growing lifestyle. But if he uses our token, then he can go and buy inputs at a reasonable price in a reasonable way. He can grow stuff, and then we help him sell it, and then he can do all that on his mobile wallet. And we create a mobile wallet scenario in which we obviously have our currency as well. So if you think about a wallet, payment gateway, things you can do, services that make it interesting and stuff that's useful, but with a real thing about, being able to cross borders and do cross-border trade, create liquidity, buy things that they need, not be too depressed by inflation, because we can work in a system that stands outside of the centralized economies. So decentralization is our story at its core.
Well, and a couple of things I've heard about blockchain in Africa is that, first of all, it's a very young population. So they're kind of embracing new technologies. But then also they don't have these deeply entrenched financial systems like you would see in the US or something. So they're kind of a little more nimble in terms of adapting this new technology. Brilliant. Is that what you're finding?
You know a lot, so I'm impressed by that.
I've done a few interviews, yeah.
Well, that would be true. So, when you look at even, let's say, older technologies, of the sort of Web 2 variety, things like payment gateways that were mobile money. Mobile money was first adopted in Africa. It was first actually created, built, developed through M-Pesa, which was a system in Kenya that grew to become, I think, 10 times bigger than the nearest bank and dwarfed everything else. It was some 5 to 10 years later that America adopted the same thing, and mobile money became popular in America. So Africa was almost a decade ahead of America in that kind of adoption, because there was no legacy groups trying to prevent it from happening. There was no banking system that was trying to block it. And there was a genuine need. So when you're banking the unbanked, you can't say you can't have a bank. They'll take what they get and they'll use it. So this cryptocurrency is an incredibly useful tool. Bitcoin, if you look at Bitcoin trading, it's bigger in Africa than it is anywhere in the world. The only country that trades Bitcoin more than Nigeria, for example, is the United States itself. So it's more than China, France, Europe, whatever. It's an extraordinary statistic.
Okay. Well, please come back and give us an update when you get all that going. That would be great to hear about it.
You knew about Africa. That was great. I'll be back.
Thanks, Chris. Thank you so much.